everybody, hello, and welcome back to the GSMC. I do apologise wholeheartedly for the delay. We had some technical issues that may or may not have been my fault. But anyway, we are back. We are here with round 4 and we are at Imola, the 1988 layout of Imola for the 1988 cars. Why the devil not? First of all, I want to do a big shout out to my friend Toxic Booger for the tier 1 subscription, and he subscribed for 4 months. Thank you very much, my friend. I really appreciate that. I saw that come through. Thank you very much, dude. So yes, we are back. We are in our practice session just for the guys to get all their gear and stuff sorted out before they head into qualifying. We are at Imola. The guys have had a whole week of practice this week, so we've given everyone a longer period of time. Normally we give them from Thursday, but they all ask for a little bit more time for these cars, so we have tried it this week. Thank you very much, Buddha. You are a true gentleman. So let us run through our driver standings, shall we, after the last race. So we still have Spook in the number 1 spot with 55 points, leading it for the Easy Riders, followed by Schlumpy in 2nd place with 38 points. Frozen Joy just behind with 29 points after 4 rounds. JR in 4th with 25 points. Considering he doesn't like the cars, he's doing very well. We've got ASCII there with 22 points, followed by Jackal, who did an amazing job last week. First race, first win. Unfortunately, he's not with us this week. Mason with 10 points. Korski, who again isn't with us this week as well, with 8 points. Oblong in with 8 points. Ricky Tan down there at the back of the grid with 7. Zalax with 6 points. Schmidt with only 4. Lynchy with 2 points. Jaeger with 2. And we have Ravenhold and Wildboys at the bottom of the list with 0 points so far this season. So after we do that, let's have a look at our constructor standings. So the Easy Riders are the team at the top of the championship at the moment with 80 points, followed by Drive-By Racing with 36 points. Top Goon are in 3rd with 33 points. The Jägermeisters 24 points. Joe Momo Racing with 20 points. Akiri Opson with 18 points. Peterson Oils with 14 points. And the Brom Boys down in last place for 9th. Considering they won the last constructor table, they are having a terrible time on the Brom Boys, but I know Ricky Tan, the guy who we are on board with at the moment, has put in a lot of effort this week. So yeah, we can see him straight away with the 127.9 as he goes across the timings on his practice lap. He is extremely fast. Is that Spook right behind him? That is Spook, just trailing him. This is a massive slipstream zone down to turn 1 basically. So they get a lot of drive there. I know there is a lot of drivers this week thinking about a 2-stop strategy here. They're going on the soft tyres to the start with about half fuel, pitting at halfway for another set of soft. And we think, talking to the drivers, this strategy could be 5 seconds over the course of the event faster than by not pitting. So 5 seconds will gain you a lot of positions in these cars. I forgot to mention, we are doing 25 laps here at Imola. It's going to be slightly longer race than half an hour, but that is fine because these guys definitely deserve it. So we've got 14 drivers here. Frozen Joy is still in the pits. I think he's got some issues with his wheel that he's sorting out, so hopefully he can get that sorted. We have Lynchy here, another Brum Boy, only in 8th place with a 43. He's struggled with some track time this week, but hopefully he can do well in the race for us. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race. I'm really excited for the to see what strategies guys are doing, because I think there's been some strategies, some counter tricks, and that was a great shot of the trees, wasn't it? Like, we want to see the cars and everything. But yeah, I think there's going to be some guys pitting, some guys not pitting, some guys going long, going short. It's going to be very interesting to try and keep up with the strategies. Unfortunately, we don't have team radio this week. Our TeamSpeak server is suffering with some technical difficulties as well as the start of the stream, so yeah, we haven't got the team radio. So we haven't got the insight into some of the teams. As we see Lynchy there locking up at the bottom of the hill there. It's going to put a nice big flat spot on his tyres. Luckily this is only practice and not a race, so he didn't have to suffer through that for much longer. But look at this, it's such a fast part of the track here. Oh, another big lock up on the slide and over the curbs. Yeah, he's not getting that car slow down. It doesn't look very comfortable at the moment. Who else have we got? So we've got Wild Boys here. Oh, look at this. Everyone going super wide at the bottom of the hill into the gravel trap. Yeah, you need to be careful there. JR here in the 32s in the beautiful red car. At the bottom of the hill, getting the car stopped just about. Oh, look, sideways on the power on the exit there, as he's just struggling to get the traction as he goes. You can't park there. Yeah, absolutely toxic. You can't park that there, sir. That's in the middle of a racetrack. So we've got 4 minutes remaining of their practice session, just for these guys to keep their eyes in. Do we have Frozen on track? We do have Frozen joined on track, so he looks like he's got his wheel issues sorted, which is nice to see him out and about on the circuit. Hopefully he can put in some laps. Oh, no, if you're going to do that, my friend, that's a little bit wide. Who should we watch? Stumpy is also doing pretty well. He's in the 129s on race fuel. I believe, from what I've been told, he possibly is stopping midway through. He could be doing a softs and a softs. Oh, God! He fully sent that into the wall. That's going to cost him some time. That's some damage there. I haven't seen this gentleman, Ashworth or Xanax. I haven't seen his practice times, but he's in the 29s. So we've got a couple of guys in the 27s and a lot of people in the 29s, late 29s, into the 30s. So, oh, it's going to be very, very tight, I think, at the start of this race. Ideally, you don't want to be in P1 for the start of this race because it's such a long drag from the start-finish line down to the first braking zone that the drag that you're going to get by following another car, the slipstream, is just going to be so powerful that you're going to jump on the head anyway. So, yeah, I think you'll be lucky to see P1 finish the first lap in position 1. As we're just watching Ashworth there, let's go on board with him as we go through this chicane here. He's a little bit screwed on the power. Does he brake for this? He just lifts off the power, nice and takes the curve. Gets the car slowed down nicely, avoids the first curve. You just need to get the power really. So this is the long drag that I was talking about. So this is the start finish line here. And it's all the way down. So this looks like a corner, but it's not really. It's just flat out all the way through this corner. This is the Tamburello corner. As you go through, still flat out. So you'll be following another car all the way along here. Again, this is just absolutely flat all the way to here. So that's a huge amount of track to be following someone. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if people are going to fight for pole position or sort of settle for second or third place here. Oh, that is a terrible camera. Like, terrible. Come on. We're going to have to switch out of that camera, I think. What have we got? 1:24 left. We've still got our 14 drivers in. Everyone has set a time apart from this gentleman Schmidt with the Top Goon Racing team. And I think he might be practicing his pit stops. I did tell him you need to practice your pit stops. So he drives into the pits. Doesn't stop at a bay and just drives straight back out. Okay, fine. Do what you want, Schmidt. That's kind of what we do here. Wild Boys is in the pit. Oh no, he's going back out. 51 seconds to go. Look at that livery. It's such a nice livery. All these liveries as well are custom liveries by Wild Boys here, so we thank him so much for all the liveries and all the artwork that he has done for us here at the GSMC. Yeah, he really has really come through. Even though these are based on real cars, these were all his doing. He's edited all these and made them work for these cars. Who is that coming flying behind? Is that Ricky Tan? Yeah, look, so Ricky Tan's probably going to get a nice slipstream behind him. Do a little practice into the hairpin. Is he going to get a long time? No, Wild Boys outbrakes himself massively and goes off the track, and he just scoots on through. So a couple of seconds left of practice. Everyone's going to get to finish their current lap, and then we will head into our 15 minutes of qualifying here. Which, again, I think is going to be interesting. I don't know if people are going to be pushing and, you know, really wanting to get to the front of the grid here. You know, they might let other people... Oh, we've lost a couple of drivers here. We've lost Spook and someone else from the end of this session, but they should be able, they will be able to rejoin during qualifying if they haven't got there. And Spook, I can see, is offline, so he might be restarting his computer. In fact, it is only Spook that we're missing, and Spook is very fast. He's won 2 out of our 3 races so far, so These other guys will be hoping that he doesn't come back, let me tell you. And as we see Ricky Tan entering the pit lane there, nice and safely through. So this should be pretty much the end of our practice session as we just watch Jaeger. Oh, Jaeger's in the 20. Jaeger's actually doing really well here. He struggled quite a bit in the wet race last time rounds, but yeah, he's got some speed here into the 29s. Very interesting. A shame that we, as the viewers, don't know what tyre compound they're running and what fuel load they're going to be doing. Maybe I should get them to submit that to me before the start of the races so we can have all the details. But I know we have probably J71 in here somewhere who's yet to say hello to us so far, who would be feeding back that information back to one of the fellow racers, Oblong, who is also streaming. So yes, that is the end of practice. Times really don't matter. This is for these guys just to practice their stuff. So let us roll straight into the qualifying session. So here we are into qualifying session. The 15-minute timer has started. We have people leaving straight away. Who is that? That looks like that's probably ASCII. No, that is ASCII's teammate, which is Jaeger. But yeah, they are all piling out of the pit lane to get some early laps in. 15 minutes isn't a lot. It's probably 5 laps in total if you count in and out laps. So they need to make every second count. I wonder if these two boys are going to practice a slipstream here down this first straight. I would love to jump on board to the team radio right about now and find out if guys are discussing this sort of stuff. But oh no, who is that? That is his teammate Jaeger just off into the wall there under acceleration. That is not conducive to having a good time. Is he gone back to the pits? Yeah, he's gone straight back to the pit lane. Of course, yes. So let's ride on board with ASCII. Better camera view through this corner at the moment. I feel like ASCII has struggled a little bit this weekend with this track and this car combination to try and find some real time out of these. But he's definitely in there. He's definitely up there in the 29s with the other drivers. Oh, and we see Spook is back in. So who are we currently missing? I think it might be Frozen. No, Frozen's good there. So, oh yeah, we have 14. Yeah, that's fine. So Spook has made it back in. There he is. Spook doing his out lap. Perfect. So good. We have everyone in. Everyone that we need in. So we are going to watch Mr. ASCII start his first flying lap on qualifying as he gets a nice exit there, runs up on the curb beautifully. Over the start finish line now. The time is starting. The 134 doesn't count. That was his out lap. So yeah, let's see if we can get into the 29. And he flies down the long straight here. Absolutely maximising everything. Try not to scrub hard on the brakes into the turn. Gets the car turned in nice. So he misses the apex just a little bit. Nicely on the curbs. Nicely on the power. Goes to the middle of the track as he powers up the hill now. Hello, J71. Bonjour, my friend. How are you doing? You don't want to hit this curb on the left here. You can run on the curb on the right, that's fine. As he flies down the hill to Aqua Minerale. Bumps on the curb, misses the second curb, that is nice. Now hard on the power up the hill here, but not too hard because it was easy to spin out. Heads up now to the chicane at the top of the hill, down 2 gears, get the car pitched in, try and hit the first one, miss the second one, but it's a little bit of a slow exit there. Now he heads back on down the hill to probably one of the hardest stopping points into the hard left-hander here. Gets on the brakes, probably a little bit too early, but gets the car in nice and safe so doesn't actually void this lap time. Through the second left-hander nicely there, powers down. I just tried the track, probably the hardest one so far. Yeah, it is very hard as ASCII runs really wide on the outside there. He's going to get held up here by one of... Oh, no, that is... Oh, he hits him! ASCII actually hits the other driver. Was that Wild Boys? It was Wild Boys. So ASCII, at the end of his fast lap, runs into the back of Wild Boys and instantly returns to the pit lane. That is not what we want to see here at the GSMC. So, let's have a look. Oh, we've got Shumpy into the 27s here in the qualifying. So, he's strapped on his qualifying boots. Gone straight into the 27.8s with Ricky Tan behind with the 27.8 as well. Only 2 thousandths of a second slower. There is nothing between these two guys. With JR in third place on the 29. But actually, let's ride with this gentleman, Spook. He is probably the one to beat here. And one to beat for the championship. I think he might be on his flying lap as he heads down. Gets the car stopped nicely. Gets it pitched in. A little bit hesitant on the throttle there. Look at that change of direction. He gets it really well. But he does have a slower car in front of him. Hopefully that doesn't time him here. Misses the first one. Hits the second one. Look at this long shot. Look, he catches up right up to the back. Gets on the curb. Little squirrel on the power there. But it gets it done nicely. Let's see what time this produces. He crosses the line. Into a 26.9. Wow. 8 tenths faster than Slumpy. Spook, this guy is on another level, honestly. 8 tenths, nearly a whole second faster than anyone else on his first outlet. Literally has some technical issues, rejoining and just slams the door on everyone. Yeah, that is going to be a tough one to beat. As we see Slumpy and Rickytown, I think, both return back to the pits here. Probably for some last minute changes. Let's us watch who else we've got. We've got Frozen Good lapping pretty fast. Where is he? As we set up our map here, he's down at Aqua Minerale. Gets on the power up the hill. He's being chased by Spook. Okay, so this was Frozen Droid that was being chased by Spook, which is not a problem. Frozen Droid is now on his hot lap. Gets the car now, misses all the curbs there. Doesn't want to touch any of them. They do really upset the car if you hit them too hard. They are massive, these curbs here at Imola, in the old Imola anyway. Hard on the, oh, he just locks the rear, locks the front, gets the car pitched in. Oh, he's lost all the time that he gained there. He was about a second up. He needs to finish the lap though. Let's see where it's going to put him. I think he might have given up with the lap. Oh no, he's still on it. So yeah, he's going to go again. So let us run down. We have 9 minutes remaining of the qualifying session. So we have Spook, who's gone back to the pits in first place. Slumpy in second place, about 8 tenths behind. Rickytown in third place, who is still only 2 thousandths of a second behind Slumpy in third. JR in fourth, who's also pitted in the 29. Frozen in fifth place, who we're currently watching on board, and we just see his teammate just absolutely sending it across the gravel. Jaeger in fifth place in a 29. T-Guy or Mason with a 130. Ashworth down in eighth. Who is that just jumped ahead? Oh, Askey's just gone up to a fourth place there with a 28.8. That is a nice position to be in fourth place, I think. Then we have Ravenhold, Lynchy, Wild Boys, 10th, 11th, 12th. Oblong down there in 13th place with a 43. I wonder if he's having some issues. It looks like he does have some issues trying to get the car slowed down and rotated there at the bottom of the hill. It looks like he's struggling, but we've also got Schmidt here who hasn't set a time yet. Does he just keep coming off the tracks? Look at that, oh, struggling under the brakes there. He's trying to turn whilst braking in these cars, and it just doesn't work going down the hill. But he needs to set a time. And Oblong goes through with a 39, but that's still not enough to take him out of 13th place here. And as we're watching, Schmidt just going really slowly through the last chicane here. Gets on the power, gets a little bit squiggly, and he crosses the line now. What does that set him? It sets him at 37, so it bumps up to 13. So Oblong now down into last place and in the pit lane. Is he going to return back, or is this another strategy, J71, from Oblong to start in last place? As we saw as well, Lynchy with a 33.666, which would have been perfect for Halloween last week. Let's see if he's up on his current time here. Oh, this is a terrible... Honestly, Oblong is just trying to see how fast he can do a lap whilst keeping his car in 6th gear. Why is he doing that for? Why is he doing that? Why is he not trying to qualify? He needs to get up. You need to get up the grid because this is a very competitive grid this weekend. Everyone's had a lot of time to practice. It is very difficult to overtake here as well. So, yeah, starting at the back of the grid, I can understand in the wet race, but in this race, I think that might be a mistake. And actually, Lynchy does a really good job there, getting the car slowed down at the bottom of the hill. Powers the car on, gets a nice exit there, nice and smooth. Terabyte evening, my friend, how are we doing? We are just in the midst of qualifying here at Imola. for the memes and the show. There is no show. With the show is the race, Jay. The show is all about the race. And we see Lynchy there go 2 seconds faster than his previous time. Bumped him up into 10th place there with a 31.534. Top 10 for Lynchy so far. Nice. Who is that slipstreaming off the back of him? That is not Schmidt. That is Ashworth. No. Who is that? I have no idea who that was. Frozen. That would have been Frozen. Actually, Frozen up into 2nd place here. Into the 26.9, 11 thousandths of a second. Oh my days, that is close. No wonder why Spook's gone back out onto the track here. And Frozen just got an amazing toe off Lynchy down that start finish straight. So Frozen could be on a pole up. No, he's 3/10 down on his current best lap delta. So this might not be it unless he's got a stellar first sector. Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that change. So yeah, currently Spook only just in provisional pole here with 5 minutes remaining. That looked a little bit untidy. Oh, that was, yeah, I was going to say it looked a bit untidy there from Frozen Droid. Yeah, it ended up being very untidy as he slammed into the wall. He does have time to rejoin the track and get maybe one more fly lap in. As we are now, Spook goes through and sets a faster lap on a 26.5 now. So he's now 0.4 of a second faster than Frozen Droid. This guy is just on another level. And he's already, look, 2 thousandths of a second up on this split already. Is he going to go even faster around this Imola circuit? He is basically set the Frozen Droid. Don't even try it. James EGK20, how you doing, my friends? So yeah, let's ride on board with this guy. Oh, he just skims at curves, nice exit up here. Changes up gear early, but look at the power there. Oh no, he's 7/10 down on his lap, so yeah, this is not going to be a fast lap. He is backed way off on this lap, and he's going to park it and return back to the pits. Frozen Druid is back out on track. I feel like Frozen Druid might be the guy that can take it away from him. Let us hope. Oh, he runs really. Oh, he's got to get that corner right, but this is his out lap. He just needs to get across the start-finish line within 3 minutes, which he will easily do to start his flying lap. But it needs to be a clean lap. It needs to be the cleanest lap ever. Ah, JR, how you doing? Did you change? Would you not a different username? Maybe. Anyway, why are you here? Why are you not racing out there, JR? Just doing some scouting. I have no information, unfortunately, JR. I don't know who's stopping when, but I just know that people are fast, especially Spook. But oh, look at this! He's up by 6. That's not even 100,000 millionths of a second. I don't know what that is, but it's crazy. He's up a little bit, but he's just run a little bit wide on the exit curve there. That is going to hurt him up the hill. Can he get the car turning? Oh, it looks like he ran a little bit wide, so he had to back off the power just a little bit as he now powers down the hill. Let's see him take these chicanes. Misses both of those. Needs to get on the power up the hill here. Yeah, look, he's lost a second in that sector alone just for the sum of the mistakes here. So he needs to just back off, regroup and go again, but it looks like he just spun on the exit. Yeah, he did. Spun on the exit curb there. Is he gonna, no, he's returned to the pits. Or is he gonna try and get another flying lap out here? This is risky from him, I think. Very risky, like he's got a minute 50 to do a minute 26 and he's got to be fast about this. Let's see what he can do. But yeah, we've got a minute 45 seconds to run down our current leaderboard, shall we? So we have Spook in provisional pole as it stands with a 26.552. Frozen Joint in second place just behind. Slumpy in third. Ricky Tan in fourth. And if I was doing this race, I think I would want to be in third or fourth, I think, for the start of this, to get that good slipstream down into the hairpin. We have Askey and Mason in 5th and 6th. Xanax or Ashworth and JR in 8th. JR, only 8th. Are you running on fat fuel for this? Jaeger, Lynchy 9th and 10th. Schmidt and Ravenhold 11th, 12th. Wild Boys 13th and Oblong down there in 14th place, who's trying some mean, I don't know, trying to do something funny with 6th gear, who knows. But it's not really worked out for him, and I think that's going to hurt him massively for this race. We will see. So we've got 49 seconds. Let's see if Frozen Droid can make it. Let's ride on board with him, shall we, for this lap. He should make it to the start-finish line. This will be probably the last flying lap of the session. Let's hope he's got everything. Oh, he's got it. Oh, what happened there? That was all sorts of wrong. That has damaged his car. That is his session over. He is not. Nope, I know my pace, not going to try pushing that for that extra second. Fair enough, but like I said, I think you want to be like 3rd, 4th, up here somewhere for the good slipstream down into turn 1. I think that is going to be a key here. A real big key for the big lock. Who's out on track? Stumpy's out on track. That is qualifying complete. Stumpy's out on track and Ricky Tan is still out on track. They are very close together. 27-3, 27-4, 27-8. Look at all these guys. Top 5. So close. It looks like Ricky Tan has backed off. He has indeed. Has Stumpy backed off? Now I have 7 cars to slipstream. You do indeed. Well, hope that the 7 cars take each other out. As we see Jack power up. He's 2 tenths up here. Oh, can he make a play for 2nd place? Can Stumpy put this car into P2? Let us ride on board with him as he powers down the hill. He's getting braking just right for this corner. That was nice and late. Missed the apex a little bit of understeer, but runs on the curve nicely. Can he chase the power for the exit? He could have gone a little bit early, run up onto the curve there. Oh, he's run wide on the first, had to sacrifice a second here. Again, doesn't touch the first curve, gets to the power a little bit too late. See if he crosses the line. Now he does go faster with a 27.1, but he doesn't improve his position, which is very unlucky. So we will go through the starting grid on the next screen, as always. So we will jump straight to the race. So here we are, race start at Imola. Let's run through our starting grid. So we have Spook in 1st place, Frozen Droid in 2nd place, Stumpy in 3rd place, Ricky Tan in 4th place, Wino Aski in 5th, Mason, or the coolest guy, in 6th place, Ashworth in 7th, JR in 8th place, Jaeger in 9th, Lynchy in top 10 in 10th place, Schmidt in 11th, Ravenhold in 12th, Wild Boys in 13th, and at the bottom of the grid we have our lovely friend Oblong in 14th place. This is going to be a start to remember. I want to start on board with this gentleman here, Mr. Ricky Tan, because he always gets an amazing start in these cars. He's got the feeling down, so the chances are he's probably going to be alongside or ahead of 2nd or 3rd place here. So look at this. This is what he can see outside of turn 1, but for the inside for turn 2. This is going to be interesting. So we're just waiting for the drivers to set their strategies, set their pit stops up. Once they are all ready, we will see this. We are synchronizing. We are ready. We are lights. 3 lights on. Go, go, go. And the race is off. And Ricky Tan doesn't get a good start, but that is Frozen Joy. Got really spinny on the start there. Frozen Joy gets tagged as well by a car at the back of the grid. So Frozen Joy falls way down the order. So we have Ricky Tan now in the slipstream of Stumpy as they power themselves down into the hairpin. Ricky Tan hard on the brakes, gets the inside line, gets the move just about done. Can he power out up the hill? It looks like he does. Ricky Tan up into 2nd place, gets the move done, but that is 2 people. That looks like Lynchy and Schmidt into the wall there at the back. Lynchy has spun. Schmidt is off as well. Lynchy all the way down the back of the grid, but we see Askey as well get past Jack as well up into Aqua Minerale. So Ricky Tan from 4th to 2nd gets a really nice move done. Now Ricky Tan needs to chase down Spook. Shumpy fallen back into 4th place here. Look at this. This is like 4 wide here with Jaeger at the back here. Frozen trying to recover. Frozen on the curbs hard. Oh, Jaeger's run really well. He's going to go back on the track. Oh, he crashes in front of JR. There's an incident with JR and Jaeger, but JR seems to have got through okay into 9th place here. There is a yellow flag at the top of the hill. Who is that? That is Schmidt and Oblong. Oblong has crashed. Oblong is stationary at the top of the hill here. Oblong doesn't seem to be moving. What's happened to Oblong here? Let's look down here. So we got Oblong connection crash. Oh no, Oblong's connection has crashed. So we have a yellow flag. We're going to have a car on the track here. So we have now Slumpy chasing down Askey in 4th place here. He's in the slipstream here. Look at this. Look at the slipstream working. He's right on his tail as they power into the hairpin. Askey goes into the middle of the track. That is perfect positioning from Askey there. You couldn't go either way. Oblong connection crash. That is so unfortunate for Oblong. He is still on the circuit at the top of the hill, I believe. No, Oblong has now disappeared. The marshals has cleared the car. So we are watching Slumpy here trying to get past. But who is that behind? So Frozen Jordan, Ashworth and Mason are line astern here. Oh, come on, give me a good camera view here. Oh, as we see Frozen Droid spinning. Frozen Droid with a spin on the curbs here. He's trying a little bit too hard to push. Frozen Droid drops down into 7th place here. That is a real shame. Who is that fighting up the top of the hill? Is that Askey and Slumpy? That looks like that might be Askey and Slumpy here. Yeah, it is. Slumpy is hot on the heels of Askey. Slumpy, oh, it gets really close on the braking there. He's so close. But we see Spook now disappearing out front by at least 2 seconds so far. He's in the 32s with Ricky Town with a 34 in the opening lap. We're lap 2 out of 25. Look at Askey flying over the curbs here. Slumpy just needs to get a good exit here and drag him down the start-finish straight. But yeah, Jack looks like he has got some speed in that car. I wonder if he's going to pit. I wonder if he's on the soft strategies. Let us look. Oh, look at this. Look at the power. He's gone for the outside here. They are 2 abreast here. Can he hold the outside line? No, he gives up the outside. Is he going to cut back inside? Oh, he doesn't try to cut back inside here. And Askey goes defensive super early there. Who is that just behind? That is Frozen Droid now on Mason. Frozen Droid powering up the hill, trying to do a recovery. Oh, this is a sketchy place to overtake right here at the top of the hill. Frozen Droid gives up the line, does he? Oh, he doesn't. He touches Mason on the exit. You really need to get up the line as they head down to Aqua Minerale. Side by side here. Mason hard on the brakes here. Look at these things are crawling through. These are costing each other so much time. Can Frozen Droid get up around the outside? He can't, no. Mason holds the place up the hill here. Is he going to try and get through on this chicane? He goes for the dive bomb up the inside. There is just so little room here, but Mason gets wide there, and Frozen Droid gets the cutback and gets the job done eventually. But they are so wide. But look at this battle. This is Askey and Slumpy here. Nose to tail. This is the main collision. This is the main fight on the track so far. But look, Askey is holding up Slumpy so much that Xanax or Ashworth is closing in on him. He is very close behind this battle here. Jack needs to get this job done. He's not fast enough at the moment. Oh, look at this, as Askey runs wide round Tamburello. Well, Oblong DNF, he's in there, decided to commit. Yeah, I know. Unfortunately, dude, that is so unfortunate. But we see Jack now late on the brakes, but Askey goes back down the inside here. Askey's got the inside here as they both power, and Askey gets wide. So Jack's got the job done. Jack up into 3rd place with a beautiful move at the hairpin. He did need the door open for him though, he didn't want a collision. But Askey just gets on the loud pedal a little bit too early and gets all sorts of squirrely. But now we have Askey back right up into Ashworth here. Askey does look a little bit slow at this phase of the race. Can Ashworth capitalise on this? Who have we got back here? we've got another fight, just a little bit. So we've got Ravenhold versus Jaeger as well. We've got to keep an eye on the Ashworth-Askey situation. But yeah, so we've got Ravenhold up into 8th place here with Jaeger hot on his tails. Oblong, graphics driver crash, Blackspin couldn't do anything. AMD fucked me. Ah, dude, I'm so sorry, my friend. It's painful when it happens, but that is computer stuff. But we see Ravenhold just holding on from Jaeger, but Jaeger's going down the outside here. Can he get the move here? Can Ravenhold hold it? They get on the brakes nice and early. No collision, but Jaeger runs deep here. Really deep. Oh, there's a collision on the exit here. That was always going to happen. Oh, well, we just see Jaeger reset the car. Oh, Jaeger, we can't have that, my friend. You can't reset the car if you're in the gravel trap. You wasn't stationary long enough. That is not fair. But we see JR capitalise on that. And he's now up into 8th place here. How is Ashworth doing on the Askey? Ashworth is dropped back a little bit behind. He's in 5th place. He's only, what, 0.6 of a second behind Askey. So he's hot on his tail, but we've got Frozen Joy hot on his tail. Oh, camera food, come on. So I wonder if Ashworth is just going to keep him tiny now, but we're going to see some pit stops, I think, soon, within the next 5 laps. As we see Ricky Tan in 28.1, Spook in the 27. We're not seeing the sort of practice times that I was seeing on hot laps. I was seeing Ricky Tan in the 27s very evenly the whole time. I was seeing Schlumpy in the 29s all the time, and they're just not there. We've got another driver quit, I think. We've lost Lynchy. Lynchy has quit. Lynchy has quit the race here. So we're down to 12 drivers now. As we are on board with Wild Boys down in 12th place here. Ricky Tan doing a fine job in 2nd place. 3 seconds behind. He's gapping Schlumpy at a nice rate. Ricky now into the 27th. That's what he needs to do. Terabyte not seeing such close racing for a while. The extra practice is paying off. Great stuff. Absolutely. I think the practice is keeping the field spread really. We got so from behind Schlumpy here. Where is Schlumpy? Oh, so Schlumpy might have had a little mistake here because we've got Askey now within a second. So we've got Schlumpy, Askey, Ashworth, and Frozen all covered by a couple of seconds here. They're all pretty much within the same shot as they head down to Aqua Minerale. Any one of these guys make a mistake and it's all over for them. So yeah, we'll see by Schlumpy's delta whether he's made a mistake or not as he crosses the start-finish line in the next one. But yeah, we are seeing Spook just disappearing a little bit now. Ricky Tan's down to a 4-second gap. Where else is a fight happening? This is pretty much the best fight on the track, as it were. We will see Frozen Droid onto the back of Zalax very, very shortly as they power down to the start shooter. I just want to see if Schlumpy made a mistake as he crosses the line to see what the delta was. I think we are going to start seeing some. As we see Jack. Oh no, he did a better lap time there. So yeah, maybe just. Askey did a better lap. Yeah, Askey's now into the 29s as well. So yeah, they're all doing a fine job. Yeah, I think we are seeing a split of pit strategies going on here. So whilst the field is spreading out a little bit, I think we're going to see a few people hitting and pushing themselves back into the pack and having to work themselves through it with fresher, softer tyres. Which, yeah, that is going to be something to watch. So, oh, someone's got off. Someone's got off. That is, Xanax, no. I just saw his blip disappear off the track map. So Xanax now is gone off. He's let Frozen Joy through. Xanax unfortunately dropped down into 5th position and lost himself off the back of that little pack there. Lost himself a good 4 seconds there from that mistake. That is really unfortunate for him. Who's behind him? That is Mason. They're doing a fine job in 7th place. Who is down behind him? Mr. Jaeger, who is currently a good 18 seconds now behind. So yeah, we've got a tight group from Schlumpy down to Ashworth here. But no one seems to be making a move. Everyone's just, I think, just finding their race pace. Ricky Tan into a 28, but Spook's still doing 27 every lap without fail. Ricky Tan's now 5 seconds behind. So, yeah, he needs to hope that Spook needs to pit soon and on light fuel load, because I think this could go into the way of the Spook. But I think that is Spook coming up onto some back markers here. That is Spook. Spook approaches the back markers. That is Wild Boys. He's on board. So this is going to cost him. Wild Boys go straight over the chicane, straight over the second chicane. There's another car just off there, which is his teammate JR down in 11th place, and Spook continues on his way. But Ricky Tan's going to have to fight his way through that now. Look at this. As we see JR, looks like he's limping home. Looks like he's, oh no, don't! Oh, he's got really deep into that. Looked like he nearly collided with the back of Wild Boys here. And yeah, Ricky Tan gets the job done. So Ricky Tan actually gained the second through the traffic over Spook. So Ricky Tan had the rub of the green there, but it did look like he nearly smashed into the back of Wild Boys. And it looks like JR's got some big problems in the back there. Top 5 will be interesting when they start pitting. Absolutely terrifying. I totally agree. I think, from what I understand, I think Schlumpy may not be pitting, from my understanding, but I don't know for sure. As we see JR now into the pit. Looks like he's pitting for damage and stuff. So yeah, he's not having a good race. JR down in 12th place. So we are back on board with Ricky Tan here, who is now 4.8 seconds behind. Looking at his guns tight there. He's lost all of his lines. It looks like he's just hanging on a little bit. We need to see him just put in these consistent laps that he was doing in qualifying and practice. So, oh god, that's a terrible view. Let's look at Jack. Jack is how far behind? He's now 17 seconds behind. So from what I understand, the pit stop here is around 25 seconds. So if you can gap 25 seconds to a car, then you will join and exit the pit in front of them, essentially. Where is this going? So we still have Aski ahead of Frozen Droid here. Looks like Aski's made a mistake! Aski's made a big mistake here, and Frozen Droid has nipped through at Aqua Minerales. And Aski goes deep. And Aski, that drops Aski down into 5th place and promotes Frozen Droid up into 4th place. So good stuff there from Frozen Druid after he's running. So yeah, we just need some, we need to spice it up a bit now. We need some pit stops to start happening, don't we? But Rick now within 3 seconds here. Who is that ahead of him? That is definitely a back marker, as Ricky Tan gets a nice draft here. So Ricky Tan gained another second. So I wonder if Spook also got held up by, I think that might be Schmidt. So yeah, Ricky Tan gained another couple of seconds there on Spook. So Spook down in 28, so Ricky with a 27.8. So yeah, that is a good lap time from Ricky Tan. He's got to catch up. But yeah, we are down to 12 drivers. Unfortunately, we have 3 drivers currently out. Oh, this is a terrible view. And we are riding on board with Ricky Tan. Let's have a look at our race leader, who is 2 tenths down currently on his fast lap. We are on lap 10 out of 25. I keep saying this every lap, but we're going to see some pit stops soon. It's going to be between lap 10 and 15, I would imagine. We're going to see people starting to pit. So yeah, Jack is currently 24 seconds behind the leader. So if Spook is pitting, then he needs just a couple more laps and he will be able to jump Schlumpy at the pit stops. He'll be able to pit and exit in front of Schlumpy, which is massive, which is honestly huge here. So so if he does that, he'll be able to come back out onto fresh tyres, fresh softs, and he'll just be able to drive away here. So is there any battles here? So yeah, we do have a little battle here. So we have Frozen Droid now, after getting past Aski, closing right up onto the back of Schlumpy here. And this is what I'm saying. I think Schlumpy might not be stopping here. So Schlumpy needs to pick up the pace a little bit here, because he is now currently 25 seconds behind the race leader. So the race leader will just be able to pit and rejoin just ahead of him, as long as everything goes smoothly in his pit stop. The Frozen Droid is definitely catching at a vast rate of knots. He looks like he's closing on him all of the time here. Every corner, every sector. We are just looking for anyone. Wild Boy's in the pits here. I don't know if that's for damage or it is a planned pit stop. But we have Wild Boys as our first proper pitter, I think. Looks like it's damaged. Oh, Stumpy! No, as we said that, Stumpy gets all crossed over Aqua Minerale. That allows Frozen Droid through again. So Frozen Droid makes 2 passes down into Aqua Minerale. That drops Stumpy down into 4th. That is not good news there for Stumpy. He needs to hope and pray that Frozen Droid is pitting for tyres and fuel in this race, and that is why he is so much faster. But Stumpy down into 4th place here. Where is Ricky Tan still holding on to the coattails of Spook just about within 5 seconds of him. But Frozen Droid now 27 seconds behind. Can Frozen Droid start to reduce the gap to Ricky Tan ahead? So Ricky Tan is now 22 seconds ahead of P3. So if he needs to stop, he's going to be out behind these guys here. We are on lap 12 out of 25. Hopefully we start seeing some pit stops. I hope no one's like dumb on bluff me this week and no one's going to make a pit stop here. Ricky Tan is making a pit stop, is he? No, he's not. Ricky Tan is still out on track here. He's coming up to back marker. That looks like that might be Ravenhold ahead of him. Ricky Tan clobbers that curb there. Look at that. Car nearly gets completely airborne. This is not a good place to catch a back marker down at this sector of the track. You really want to catch him on the first sector if you can. This is going to hurt him in some time here. A bit of dirty aero, especially on the tyres that are now 12 laps worn. Oblong, I was supposed to, but the world of surprise was something else in the end. So Oblong, what was the deal with your qualifying as well, my friend? Why didn't you qualify well? As we see Ravenhold locking up Ricky Tan into the pits. Lap 12, end of lap 12. We see Ricky Tan now making a pit stop here. Ricky Tan is into the pits. Gets on his mark. So we want to watch this guy here, Frozen Droid, who is round the bottom of the hairpin here. Still ahead of something here. Can Ricky Tan get in and out of the pits? Frozen Droid's got his teammate in front of him. Ricky Tan is out. Ricky Tan is out and gone. So Ricky Tan has made his stop and rejoined and stayed in 2nd place. That is huge for this race. That is huge for Slumpy as well. If Slumpy isn't stopping, then that strategy has hurt him massively. As we see Frozen Droid just getting past his teammate there. And Jack in 4th place. So Oblong said starting last and starting safe before the crash. I was 9th from last in turn 5. Yeah, I get Oblong, but I also think with this track, with the first couple of corners, if you was in P2, 3 or 4, then I think you would have got a good run and a good slipstream, as we saw Ricky Tan did. He went from 4th to 2nd pretty much just because of the slipstream. So we are watching Stumpy currently, who is being held up by... Oh, is he being held up? No, he gets straight past. Whoever that was just flew straight over the chicane, and Schmidt carries on. So yeah, Ricky Tan now gets the job done. Will Spook pit? No, Spook doesn't pit this lap, so Spook is staying out, and he's still sitting 28. So yeah, that is big. So Spook is now 23 seconds ahead of Ricky Tan. So Ricky Tan needs to push hard. He needs to close the gap as much as he can to make this undercut work while Spook's on old tyres. He needs to use the life of these new tyres and push hard and get the job done here. Oh, we got Lynchy in chat. Lynchy, sorry for the DNF. I want Rich to have the best possible finish tonight and getting taken out at T1 when I played it as safe as possible and shafted me. My pit strategy didn't fix my suspension damage either, so I stuck driving with suspension damage. Chicanes become a problem. I was 7th at the time. Rich doesn't need a piss off me in team comms with him. Yeah, that's fair enough, dude. Yeah, you need to take a look at your pit strategies, dude, because you just need to make sure they're set up and you select the right ones for damage and stuff. Unfortunately, people turn them off because it's quicker X, Y, Z. So yeah, it needs to be looked at, especially for the endurance race in a couple of weeks' time. So Ricky Tan still with 24. Is Spook gonna pit this lap? He is. Spook into the pit. Spook is pinning. Spook is pinning. So we have Spook from P1 into the pit lane. His team has just got out. They look really late there. Did he request a pit stop? That looks a very slow stop there. A really slow stop, but Spook is underway here as we watch Ricky Tan now heading through the fast chicane. So Spook is going to get out ahead. Spook, yeah, with a 17 seconds. So 25 seconds isn't really that. Like, it is faster than that. So Ricky Tan now is about 6 seconds behind Spook. Is pretty much where he finished the first stint. So yeah, we are lying astern here. So have we seen Frozen Joy pit in? We must have seen a Frozen Joy pit, because Shumpy now is back up into third place here, setting the comfortable 29s. Have we seen an ASCII pit? No, I don't think we've seen an ASCII pit here. So yeah, go Ricky Tan, absolutely. Ricky Tan in second place here with a 28, 5 seconds behind. He really needed to use the tyres, but is that Spook going slowly? No, Spook is just going through Aqua Minerale, making sure his tyres don't go off too badly. So yeah, we are on lap 15 and some of the front runners have pitted. I do wonder if Frozen Joy has made a pit stop and we just didn't see it. Because he's dropped a couple of places here. He's dropped right, he might have pitted, I'm not entirely sure here. So is there any fights on the track currently? So we've got Jaeger and JR here. No, Jaeger's there, JR's there, so they're a big way away as well. So yeah, it's really the fight for the lead, and I think I can just see that just eking out constantly as well. On lap 15 out of 25, we have 10 laps to go. Let's run down our current starting, shall we? So we have Spook in first place, who's made a pit stop and exited back out ahead of Ricky Tan, who's in second place, who can probably just about see Spook at the end of that straight. We have Shumpy in third place, who hasn't stopped yet and we think isn't going to stop. We have ASCII in fourth place here, who looks like he's putting a little bit of a charge on and catching Shumpy here. Shumpy settled on third in the last lap and ASCII's in a 29.60, so yeah, putting a little bit of a charge on. We have Frozen Joy in the 28th in fifth place here. I think he's probably stopped, so he needs to fight his way back through ASCII and Shumpy up into third. We have Mason in sixth place here, doing a mighty fine job for his team, the Curiopson, with his teammate Oblong, unfortunately lost his computer. Ashworth in 7th place here, going through the chicane, doing a fine job. Jaeger down in 9th place, going through all of the chicanes nicely. JR in 9th, I think JR possibly had stopped for some damage really early on in the race. Possibly had an off or another collision. Ravenhold in the points in 10th place. Schmidt in 11th, and Wild Boys back into the pits in 12th place. Ed Lemon says, Bono, I have no steering. Yeah, absolutely, I have no steering, Bono. My tyres have gone, my steering's gone, even my steering wheel, all gone. So, we see Shumpy just 4.3 seconds ahead of ASCII, who looks like he's closing at a... Oh no, is that Shumpy in the wall? Oh no, I think that's just some lag. Oh my days. I wonder what on earth happened there. So Shumpy is losing time. He's back up into the 29s actually, but ASCII also 29. So ASCII is definitely catching him at a couple of attempts a lap here. Lap 17 out of 25. Burnick80, subscriber Prime, thank you very much for the subscription, my friend. I really, really appreciate that. Welcome to the show. I hope you're enjoying the racing here with us at the GSMC. We are happy to have you aboard. Thank you very much for the subscription. It means a lot. So we are watching ASCII on board here, who is catching something massively. Look, now 3.6 seconds behind. This is a terrible camera move. Come on, cameraman. Give us a better camera there. Is definitely a better camera there. Is that Shumpy? No, that isn't Shumpy. That was Wild Boys. Oh my god, that is Wild Boys going slow up the hill. Shumpy, Wild Boys. He's crabbing. He's got some big damage on that vehicle. I think Wild Boys is going to make another unscheduled pit stop here, as that car is all over the place. Let us watch Ricky Tan Now 5 seconds behind, yeah, 2 tenths down. Spooky's just on another level. Look at that, a 27.7 in race pace here on lap 18. It's gonna be one to catch, so it's gonna be, I think, the fight for third place here, because we see Frozen Droid now catching back up to the back of Wino Aski. So how far is he behind? He's now 3.5 seconds behind, half a second faster ago lap. He's in the 27s now as well, so he's got a good lap delta on Aski here. He can actually probably see, if we go on board, he can just about see Aski disappearing in the distance there, going around the first chicane, sorry. Oh, look at this, he's just got such nice traction here. Yeah, he's gaining hand over fist here. Look at that, 3 seconds now. Very, very interesting. So Frozen Droid is going to be fast on the back of Aski. Aski's going to have to do some amazing defending to keep him behind with this amount of lap delta. We are just keeping our eye on the rest of the chat, and we see Wild Boys into the pits. Bono, I've got no steering again. I think Bono's quit and gone home. So, yeah, look at that, look, 2.8 seconds, 2.7 seconds, 2.4, look at this, the time is down. Aski, I don't think he's made a pit stop either, so Aski is probably on mediums here, and Frozen Droid has stopped probably for a set of soft tyres. So, oh, he's gonna be all over him. Look, he's just got such a big delta. Look at that, he just gained all of the time in that last sector, just lost it. Frozen Droid gained it and he's lost it, and on the back, look at this, he's just going to get into the traction zone now, and he's going to be all over the back of Aski by the end of this straight here. As they go around Tamburello, he's in the slipstream here, only half a second ahead. He started his lap 4 seconds behind, don't forget, gained all of that time in 1 lap. He's just mightily fast here. Where's he going to go? Is he going to go for the inside? No, Aski blocks the inside line here. Frozen Droid holds it around the outside. He's just got to get on the traction. He's got to get on the loud pedal early. Goes for the switchback. Look at this. He's just got so much more drive, so much more patience here as they head up the hill. Oh, he just runs a little bit wide there. You just got to be patient now, Frozen. Just got to be absolutely patient here as they go through Aqua Minerale chicane. Oh, look at this. Aski's just so slow, and Frozen Droid is going to drag him up the hill. Frozen Droid side by side up the hill. He should be ahead by the time they hit the top of the hill. Yeah, he gets the job nicely done. That is a beautiful move by Frozen Droid. Now he is got to chase Schlumpy down. Schlumpy is only 5 seconds ahead, but Schlumpy is slow in the 29s compared to him in the 27s. That was a good job by Frozen Droid. Nice move up into 4th place here. Where else is there a battle on track? There's something going on down here. So this is JR, so it's behind them. Frozen could catch Jack in his neck. Absolutely lynchy. Frozen Droid absolutely could. He is now 5 seconds behind, so he just needs to focus now. He lost a bit of time obviously with the battle with Aski there. But yeah, he absolutely could chase down Jack. He's doing a couple of seconds faster a lap. You know, he's doing 27s compared to his 29s. It is completely possible. But we see Ricky Tan in traffic here. Who is that ahead of him? That might be Ashworth, possibly. But as Ricky Tan gets the car slowed down, the traffic is doing a nice job of getting out of the way for him, actually. Is that Schmidt? So Schmidt does a very nice job and gets out of the way, but that is also, looks like that is Jaeger just ahead. It is Jaeger. Brothers in real life, but probably not brothers on the track. As Ricky Tan now goes round the final 2 bottom corners, and we see Jaeger ahead. Ricky Tan just needs to be patient. Oh, look at that! Oh God, Ricky Tan nearly absolutely smacks into the back of Jaeger here. That is going to get his heart rate up, as Ricky Tan has to bail out across the curves because he's going to run into the back. That was dangerous. I don't know whether Jaeger yielded on the racing line, or Ricky Tan just didn't expect it. As we see now, Ricky Tan on his way, but he has lost a bit of time. He's now 6 seconds now behind Spook, who is just absolutely fired off. Could do Lynchy, but he's got to get past him. Yeah, absolutely. Catching is one thing, as they say, but getting past is another. As we now see the gap to Schlumpy down to 3.4 seconds from 5. He definitely will have the pace advantage. Jack just needs to park the car in the middle of the road. He needs to make no mistakes. He needs to just defend for all his might and just position the car. Don't fight dirt, don't defend clean air, just do all the right things. What are we on? We're on lap 21 out of 25. Frozen Joint is catching at a remarkable pace here. Look at this, 2.8, 2.6, just all the acceleration zones here. He's just gaining him. Yeah, I think lap 23 or 24, absolutely. Jack couldn't hold out. He just needs to do all the right things, essentially, to make this work. Frozen Joint is having a fine drive. I think it might have been Frozen Joint that had a little collision with someone at the start. He ended up sideways and spun out as well. So this is a fine recovery drive from Frozen. And I think Jack has gone the wrong way with his strategy. He put the two-stop strategy in everyone's head for the previous race at the Osterreich, and he chose not to do it here because he thought he would be the one that's different, and I don't think it's going to pay out. As you see, Frozen Joint now go 4 tenths quicker than his previous lap. And yeah, look at this. We see Frozen Joint now, he's in the slipstream, he's not going to be close enough to make a move, but Jack needs to not watch what he's doing, not defend fresh air. Jack needs to just make clean racing decisions here and hold him up. Get the guy behind you in your dirty air, don't let him past you. I wonder if Jack's going to do what everyone else has been doing and basically let him through Aqua Minerale down here. They all seem to be making big mistakes into the braking zone here, and Frozen Joint just drove through, but no, Jack gets the car stopped nice and cleanly. But it's going to be the drive up here. Look at this, look. Frozen Joint just got all the drive. He even slips the outside wheel there. We see wheel slip coming off the car. Look at this, he's just got all the traction up the hill here. Mason's doing good to keep up against Alex. Yeah, we'll have a look at Mason as well. Mason, yeah, he's doing a fine job there in 6th place. Some nice points coming the way of the Curie Optimum team. But Jack locks up his left front there as he goes through, and Frozen Joint runs a little bit wide. But yeah, look at this. It's just, but there's no way past here. So Jack just needs to hold him up here. There's no way past. Go slow through this bit, Jack, and get a good exit. Don't be chasing your car through here, but just get a good exit down this straight. Oh, yes, that's perfect. So Jack gets away. Frozen Joint trying to get on the loud pedal a little bit too early. It's cost him a bunch of time here. So he's not faster through the acceleration. So Jack should just be ahead here rather than be just behind as they go into the hairpin. Don't defend fresh air, Jack. Good man. Yeah, he stayed on his racing line here. He knew Frozen Joint wasn't close enough, but look at this acceleration up the hill. Frozen Joint's just so much faster up the hill here. He's got to get him into the top of the hill here. No, he backs out. Jack holds the line here. I think it's only a matter of time before... Oh, no, come on. Give us a better camera, Mr. Cameraman. But yeah, we're just going to see the acceleration up this hill and these brand new soft tyres. Look at this acceleration up the hill. But there is just no way past up here. You've got to be extremely brave here. Jack should have defended that. Jack should have defended that. Oh, he doesn't, but they go side by side here through. But Frozen Joint should get the acceleration out with his fresh tyres, and he does. That was beautiful driving from both of those two. They left each other plenty of space. That was fine driving. But Frozen Joint with his fresh tyres and acceleration gets the job done here. And Jack now at the moment is down into 4th place, unfortunately, and Frozen Joint is not going to catch up with Ricky Tan here in the next couple of laps, but he just needs to catch Jack in case anything happens. That was some mighty fine racing by these two drivers. I need to congratulate these two afterwards. Yep, a shame he got held up by Ravens for 2 laps under blue flags for 2 whole laps. That is a big shame. We will have a ride on board with Mason in a second. I just want to see if Jack can get... Oh, look at this! Look at this! He's trying to break the toe down the straight here, but Jack is just not going to have the brakes on the tyres on the brakes here, and Frozen Joint is going to nail him up the hill here. Yeah, that is job done. Let's have a look at our friend Mason here. So what is he? He is 19 seconds behind Askey, who is in front in 5th place here, and holding about 3 seconds from Ashworth in 7th place. Do we know gentlemen, did Mason pit, or is Mason on medium tyres here? That would be interesting to know. So what is he in? Is he in a 130? No, he didn't. So he's still on the same set. Probably a medium tyres, I reckon. I don't think softs can go from the start to the end. So yeah, he's in the 130s and Ashworth with a 129. So Ashworth is catching a little bit here, but he's not going to be doing. He's not doing enough in the laps that we have remaining. We do see Spook now actually on his last flying lap, so I don't want to miss him going across the line here. So do remind me that. Who is that spinning off? Was that Ravenhold? That is Ravenhold spinning off there in 10th place here. He drops down to 11th. That is Schmidt going through. Schmidt up into the points paying positions as we see Ravenhold spinning here. Jaeger up into 8th place as well, doing a fine job here. Ashworth has dropped a bit time here, so yeah, he's holding a good 3 seconds here, but let's watch Spook. Make sure we don't miss this gentleman here as he goes through the chicane at the top of the hill. Ricky Tan is consolidating in 2nd place, I think, here, just doing a fine job, also going through the chicane, doesn't need taking the risks here. A really fine 2nd place, so we are just watching Spook as he goes to the end. He doesn't need to get past his back markers, he can just hold station if he needs to. That is Ashworth there in front of him, so we're going to see an Ashworth and Mason final lap. So yeah, we watch Spook now going through the last chicane, heading down the start finish straight for the final time. Lap 25 out of 25. What a fine race from Spook here. Finishes in P1. Beautiful drive, and we see Ricky Tan crossing the line in 2nd place. A mighty fine drive from Ricky Tan, who started in 4th place. We are watching Frozen Droid now, who got ahead of Shumpy and who has pulled a nice gap by 12 seconds. So Shumpy has really dropped off the pace, actually. Who's really fallen behind. As we see now Frozen Droid from having an accident, I believe, up into 3rd place. A nice drive. And now we are watching Slumpy go through the final 2 chicanes to come across home and finish in 4th place. Let's ride on board with our friend Aski, who is currently up the top of the hill. Let's see what's going on with these guys. Mason is doing a fine job. He's still 2 seconds ahead of Ashworth, doing a really good job. As we see Aski getting all sorts of crossed over at the start finish line, gets it gathered up and gets the car going, crosses the line in 5th place, sorry. We are currently on board with Mason, who is going to bring this Acuri Option car home in 6th place with a fine haul of points as he now crosses the line ahead of Ashworth, who finishes in 6th and 7th place. That is it. That is the race over and done with. Wow, what a race. 25 laps, incredible. Let's run down our leaderboard, shall we? So we have Spook, who finished in 1st place. We have Ricky Tan in 2nd, Frozen Droid in 3rd, Stumpy in 4th, Aski in 5th, Mason or the coolest guy in 6th, Ashworth or Zanak in 7th, Jaeger 8th, JR 9th, Schmidt in 10th, Ravenhold 11th, and Wild Boys down there in 12th place. And then we lost Oblong and Lynchy to the race. Wow, what a race, what a finish. That was really good fun. I really enjoyed that. Terabyte says, fantastic races, even a superb commentary again boost. Thanks, look forward to the next round. Thank you very much, Terabyte. Much appreciated. So we do have a week off. So there's no racing next week, and then it will be followed by the 1 hour endurance event the following week after that, which will wrap up this Downforce 88 Cup Championship. So we will see you in 2 weeks for that. And everyone that's subscribed and been here, thank you very much. Toxic Buddha, thank you for your subscription. Burnick80, thank you very much for your Prime subscription. We thank you loads. Thank you very much for being here. We will see you in 2 weeks' time for the next race. We will see you then. Goodbye.